Hi there, this is Bobby from Evo. So today I'm at the it's called the Mercedes SUV range launch. I mean, of course they have a hashtag hungry for adventure. As you can obviously see, here we have the GLE 400 4MATIC. Of course it's 4MATIC, right? Four-wheel drive. So this is the GLE 400, GLE 450 AMG Coupe. That's the GLS. They've never brought in the GLS earlier on. So this round they're bringing it in because there are a few AP boys selling the GLS. So now Mercedes is bringing it in officially with a 3-litre turbo engine, and it's priced at 888,000. Basically 6/8, all right, 88888. So it's a 7-seater full-size SUV. You can see it's obviously a lot larger than all this. It is considered the Range Rover class, I would say, but it's 7-seater. But it matches actually the Audi Q7 in terms of size and displacement and being a 7-seater, all right. But of course, it's priced a lot higher. Now we have two gaps here. What would that be? Here we have the familiar GLC 250 4MATIC, which has been launched earlier on. So based on what I know, here it will be the GLC Coupe, all right. And there we will have that big bombshell, the G63 AMG, that they're gonna be launching today. Let me quickly go through the specs or the price or blah blah. See what's not familiar yet. All right. Now the GLC Coupe, which is the coupe version of this. See, the white one is the coupe version of the GLE. So there will be a coupe version of the GLC, which will be 2-litre turbo, 211 horsepower, and 350 Newton meters of torque, which will be priced at 423,000. Almost 100k more than the standard GLC. All right, and then we have the GLS, which is 3-litre turbo, 333 horsepower, 480 Newton meters of torque, 9-speed. It has a 9-speed G-tronic transmission. So it's 900,000 actually. 888 all right. And of course, lastly, we have the G-Wagon, the original G-Class. All right. So it's a G63, 571 horsepower, 5.5-litre V8 twin turbo, and I have to say it's affordable because a G63 at 1.1 million, it's good value. Of course, it's invisible now. They're gonna drive the car out later when it's launched, but no one is unfamiliar with the G class, right? We've seen it in videos, we've seen it everywhere. That car is it has achieved cult status actually. So there you have it. Of course, I'll film more when it comes out later. So that's the GLE 4MATIC Coupe. Alright, actually all these three cars are based on the previous M-Class platform. So Mercedes had the M-Class, which was further facelift and updated in 2012, and then they rename it to GLE so that it's in line with the entire range, but it's still the same platform. And it's obvious when you look at the interior. So I'm not gonna dirty up the car. Look at this interior, this whole informatics. Of course they updated that, but it looks more like the old school design that is more in line with the previous E-Class, the previous C-Class, and it hasn't adopted the new brilliant interior design language of new Mercedes. So the GLE and the GLE Coupe, as you can see here, they have identical interiors, all right, but it's based off the previous M-Class. Nonetheless, it's a looker. It looks larger than the X6. I know it's totally inspired by the X6, but it looks larger. So that's the GLS, which is basically the stretch platform of the M-Class. Right, you see it has the same interior as well. So all these three cars have the same interior as because they are based on the same M-Class platform. So this is the GLS. Previously Mercedes did not bring it in, now they've officially brought it in. So it is a full-size 7-seater full-size SUV, considered to be in the same category as the Q7. Right here you see that's the middle row, and then if I press, oh, it's powered. Check it out. You want me to do that again? Let's push it back. Check that out, it's all powered. So this is hold on by the seat. Alright, so is it free? Cool, very cool. But I have no idea how do I take this back. Oh, it's by force. Quite some strength needed actually to put it back where it's supposed to be. Alright, let's do that again. So you press this button. Very cool. I think it uses some sort of hydraulics or motors and all that, but it's cool nonetheless. So that's how you get into the rear seat. One push of a button and it's back in place where it's supposed to be. Alright, you get two screens there. The aircon vents are here and there, and yeah, that's an analog dial. You don't really get that nowadays. It's mostly digital. There are two 12-volt sockets there, so you can charge your devices. Panoramic roof on top, more aircon vents on top. So I can see that the interior is better finished, I would say, than the Q7 that was spec'd in Malaysia. Considerably better. Alright, no surprises here. It's still the very familiar interior. And of course, you have a tiny boot space after all the seats are up. But when you put down the third row, you will have a gigantic boot. So it's a very muscular car. It looks very, very muscular. Alright, and it's good that they facelifted it to be in line with the new design language. Cool. Yep, 900,000. Would you buy it? Consider that it's basically comparable to a Q7 actually, or XC90. But because it's fully imported, so it's quite costly. Yep. There we go. Familiar? Nothing much. We'll wait for the GLC Coupe and the G-Wagon.